You've been staying quiet while others spoke against you, and that silence wasn't weakness, it was divine wisdom working through you. The universe has been watching how you handled this difficult situation, and your calm response has created something unexpected in those who tried to hurt you. While they expected you to react, argue back, or defend yourself loudly, you chose a different path. Your peaceful approach confused them at first, but now something powerful is happening. The quiet strength you showed wasn't just good behavior, it was spiritual mastery in action. The higher forces guiding your life knew exactly what they were doing when they inspired you to stay silent. Your restraint has become a mirror, forcing those who wronged you to see their own reflection clearly for the first time. The spiritual lesson they've received through your silence is more powerful than any words you could have spoken. This message will reveal why your peaceful approach was the perfect response and what incredible transformation is happening in those who tried to bring you down. Your silence spoke volumes, and now you're about to understand the profound impact it created. The wisdom you demonstrated is already changing lives, starting with your own. While they expected you to react with anger, hurt, or defensive words, you chose something far more powerful: complete silence. This wasn't ignoring the situation or running away from conflict. This was spiritual warfare at its highest level. Your silence created a mirror that forced them to see their own behavior without the distraction of your reaction. They couldn't blame you for escalating the situation because you didn't participate in their drama. Without your reaction to fuel their negativity, they had to face themselves. The harsh words they spoke hung in the air with nowhere to go except back to them. The energy they tried to send your way had no target, so it returned to its source multiplied. Your mature response triggered something they weren't prepared for: deep self-reflection about their own actions and motivations. The cosmic lesson they received is more powerful than any argument could have been. When you choose silence over reaction, you allow divine justice to work naturally. They're now experiencing the weight of their own words and actions in a way that no comeback from you could have achieved. Your silence became their teacher, showing them exactly who they really are when no one is fighting back. This revelation is changing them from the inside out. You've probably started noticing changes in how these people behave now. They've become quieter lately, less eager to gossip or create drama. The fire that once burned so brightly in their negative comments has started to dim. Their attempts to involve others in their complaints about you have begun failing because people can see the difference between your grace and their chaos. Notice how they avoid eye contact now when they see you. This isn't guilt, it's recognition. They're seeing something in your calm presence that makes them uncomfortable with their own behavior. The energy they tried to send your way has returned to them, and they're experiencing consequences that perfectly match how they treated you. Their own relationships are showing strain from the negative patterns they've created. Some of them have even started defending you when others try to criticize you. This shift happened because your silence allowed them to see the situation clearly, without the heat of conflict clouding their judgment. They're beginning to question their own actions and motivations. The people around them are starting to notice their true nature because you didn't give them anything to point to as justification for their behavior. Your silence created space for truth to emerge naturally. They can no longer hide behind the excuse of your reaction because there was no reaction to hide behind. The lesson is sinking in deeper every day. Your silence was guided by higher wisdom, not fear, weakness, or inability to defend yourself. The universe tested your spiritual maturity through this situation, and you passed with flying colors. By not reacting, you allowed divine justice to work naturally instead of interfering with human drama. This approach demonstrated true strength and spiritual growth that most people never achieve. When someone attacks you verbally or emotionally, The natural human response is to fight back immediately. But you chose something far more powerful, the strength to remain centered in your own peace. This wasn't passive behavior, it was active spiritual mastery. You protected your own energy and peace of mind while allowing the situation to resolve itself at a higher level. The lesson they needed could only come through experiencing their own reflection. If you had argued back, they would have focused on your words instead of examining their own behavior. Your silence removed all distractions and forced them to confront the truth about themselves. This is how real transformation happens, not through external pressure, but through internal recognition. Your peaceful response was like holding up a mirror to their souls. They saw their own anger, jealousy, and negativity reflected back without any interference from you. This created an uncomfortable but necessary moment of self-awareness. The contrast between your calm and their chaos became impossible to ignore, and that contrast is teaching them lessons no lecture could provide. Divine wisdom flows through those who know when to speak and when to remain silent. You demonstrated this wisdom perfectly. Through your silence, they learned that their words and actions create their own reality. The emptiness they tried to fill by hurting you remained unfilled because attacking others never heals internal wounds. They discovered that their behavior reflects their inner state, not yours. Your calm response showed them what real confidence and peace look like, and the contrast was eye-opening. They realized that when someone stays peaceful in the face of attack, it reveals who really has the problem. Your silence demonstrated that. You didn't need to prove anything to anyone, you already knew your own worth. This made them question why they felt so compelled to tear you down in the first place. The answer wasn't comfortable for them to face. They learned that their attempts to make you look bad actually made them look bad instead. Without your participation in their drama, other people could see the situation clearly. Your grace under pressure highlighted their lack of emotional control. They began to understand that mature people don't need to destroy others to feel good about themselves. Most importantly, they learned that their behavior toward you was really about their own insecurities, fears, and unhealed wounds. Your silence created space for this truth to emerge without the distraction of conflict. They're now dealing with the uncomfortable reality that their actions revealed more about their character than yours. This recognition is the first step toward genuine change and growth in their lives. Others witnessed your graceful handling of the situation and were deeply impressed. Your example inspired people to handle their own conflicts differently. Instead of seeing someone who was too weak to fight back, they saw someone who was too strong to be pulled down to a lower level. The respect you gained by staying above the drama has been noticed by everyone around you. Opportunities and relationships are opening because of the character you demonstrated. People trust you more because they saw how you handle difficult situations with grace and maturity. Your reputation for integrity has strengthened significantly. When others face similar challenges, they remember your example and try to follow your approach. The spiritual growth you demonstrated is attracting positive energy and like-minded people into your life. Your silence spoke louder than any words could have, and it said everything about your inner strength and wisdom. You've become a role model for peaceful conflict resolution without even trying. Even those who initially thought you should have fought back are now seeing the wisdom in your approach. The long-term results of your silence are proving far more beneficial than any immediate satisfaction from arguing would have been. Your peaceful response broke cycles of negativity that could have continued for years. You've shown others that there's a better way to handle difficult people and situations. Your silence created space for healing, both for you and them. The lesson they learned through your peaceful response opens the door for genuine change if they choose to walk through it. You don't need their apology to move forward, but healing is possible because your approach didn't burn bridges, it simply established healthy boundaries. Your method broke the cycle of negativity that could have continued indefinitely. By refusing to participate in their drama, you prevented the situation from escalating and causing more damage to everyone involved. The spiritual victory you achieved doesn't require their acknowledgement, because it's already complete in the higher realms. You've proven to yourself that you can handle challenges with grace and wisdom. This experience has shown you that you're stronger than you knew and more spiritually mature than you realized. The confidence you've gained from navigating this situation peacefully will serve you well in all future relationships and conflicts. This situation revealed your true character, not just to others but to yourself. You discovered that you don't need to prove your worth through arguments or defend your value through conflict. Your silence was a declaration of your inner strength and peace. You've learned that the opinion of people who try to tear you down doesn't define you. The healing that's happening now is deeper and more lasting than any quick resolution through argument would have been. Your approach allows for genuine transformation rather than temporary peace. This situation revealed your spiritual maturity and inner strength in ways that surprised even you. You've developed discernment about when to speak and when to remain silent, a wisdom that many people never learn. Your energy is now protected from those who would drain it, because you've learned not to engage with negativity on its own level. The wisdom you gained will serve you in all future relationships and conflicts. You've learned to let your character speak louder than your words, and this is a rare and valuable skill. Your peaceful approach has become a part of who you are, elevating your spiritual awareness and consciousness to new levels. You're now equipped to help others learn these same lessons. Your example shows people that there's a better way to handle difficult situations than immediate reaction. The spiritual growth you've achieved prepares you for greater challenges ahead because you've proven you can maintain your peace under pressure. This experience has taught you that your worth isn't determined by other people's opinions or behavior. You've learned that true strength comes from within, not from external validation or the need to prove yourself to others. Your silence was a powerful statement of self-respect and spiritual maturity. You've discovered that peace is a choice you can make regardless of what others do or say around you. Continue trusting your instincts about when to stay silent and when to speak. Your peaceful approach is a gift that keeps giving, creating positive changes in everyone around you. The spiritual maturity you've demonstrated is rare and valuable in a world full of reactive behavior and drama. Keep building on this foundation. Wisdom and grace. Your example continues to teach others even when you're not speaking. The transformation you've created through your silence is still unfolding, bringing healing and growth to situations that seemed hopeless. Show appreciation for this divine guidance that led you to handle things perfectly. Your silence wasn't weakness, it was spiritual mastery in action. Trust that your peaceful approach will continue opening doors and creating positive changes in your life and the lives of those around you. You've learned one of life's most important lessons. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all.